Hey guys, I'm Colwen. I got another Transformers video. Today it's a 2-for-1. These guys kind of work together, and you'll see how they combine together at the end of the video. But we've got Transformers 2000 2010 Hunt for Decepticon Breacher, and same time 2010 Reveal the Shield Deep Dive. Deep Dive here is actually a repaint of the Hunt for Decepticon Sea Spray, but we're just gonna go ahead and take him as he is because he's a good bot either way. It's a great toy. So getting into it, let me go ahead and straighten up my dudes, get them at attention so that we can get them at their full height, and we'll bring in our quick size comparisons. These guys here, Deep Dive here transforms into a very interesting hovercraft vehicle, but they did their real own spin on it, and Breacher here actually turns into a let me check my notes please, a Rattle IFV. Can I get a picture of it to open up? Here we go. This is what Breacher turns into. That's actually a pretty impressive armored personnel carrier vehicle, huh? Sea Spray, on the other hand, kind of turns into something like this, but really does its own thing in the end. Comparisons. We have Scourge. We have Hubcap. And Breacher and Hubcap actually came out at about the same time. Deep Dive here is kind of back heavy. There's Film Noir Spider-Man. And we've got Soda Can knocking people over. There we go. And yes, we got the bodies. While we're at it, let's bring in Titan Return Sea Spray to see how he looks alongside Deep Dive, and Cyberplanet Key Short Round, because he also is kind of a hovercraft looking vehicle. Deep Dive. He comes with these two very nice looking translucent plastic harpoon style missiles for his wrist mounted, they're cool looking, but they're kind of generic missile launchers. These, however, these knives, I stole off of Jungle Recon Voyager class Ironhide. And I don't have that figure anymore. I sold it off to somebody a long time ago. But, like, he's a diver. He needs some knives. Now that we've got his stuff off of him, let's go ahead and look at him around everything. Like, he's got a big old backpack, but it kind of makes sense. It's like, it looks like diver tanks, kind of. And he's got these big old thruster things going on. I love that scuba diver head sculpt going on, and you can see how good that light piping is. That is some bright looking eyes. I like how he's got the whole armored chest thing going on, and because he's got all this clear plastic that isn't weight bearing. So clear plastic that's not weight bearing is very nice. It has like a light up effect to him and all that. And if you get light coming down directly behind him, his whole chest will light up very nicely. It's really cool. He's got these weird armored up legs, but these become the pontoon inflatable parts of his robot mode. And he's got what any good diver needs. Do I need to open that up? Okay, here we go. He's got flippers, and you can actually get him in really fun little diver swim poses if you're so inclined, and his ankles go all the way back, and he's got, let's get into articulation from the ankle up. He's got ankle rockers. He's got forward and backwards. This is 2010. Look at how big that knee bend is. That huge knee bend. Swivel at the hip. Universal jointed hip. No waist joint because the transformation, but it's okay. It's fine. He doesn't need it. Listen to that. Oh, that's a beautiful ratchet. He's got that in and out. He's got like almost a double jointed shoulder kind of, so you can get his arms really high up over his head and like get his arms all straightened out and like kind of he's swimming really hard. He's got the 3mm clips. His backpack pegs on nice and strong, but it seems to pop off really easily. He's got a huge elbow bend, but he ends up with that really awkward floating elbow. And he's got wrist swivel. And it is restricted because of the molding, but it's still good. It's still good. And he's got that double swivel and a hinge at the neck. And see, and there goes the backpack again. Let me stand him up, and we'll talk about Breacher for a little bit. Breacher here, as I said before, turns into a South African armored vehicle, and he looks very powerful and armored and all that. And like, since he is meant to be smaller than him, it still works. And like, you can imagine a human would maybe be about this tall next to him, like come up to his tire, or maybe a little bit shorter than the tire. You know, it's okay, cool. Gives you a good idea of scale for how big he might be. I like this weird, like almost anime robot style helmet head they got going on. His head is on a ball joint, but it's stiff and weird. It snaps around, and I don't know. He's got ball jointed at the shoulder. Then he's got this weird secondary swivel. That is not a 3mm clip, unfortunately. Ball jointed elbow, ball jointed wrist. That does work as a 3mm clip, so you can take his gun and like mount it on his hand, kind of. Come on. Oh, uh-oh. Here I am breaking my toys on camera. There we go. And pretty sure that's secure enough. Okay, moving on. Unfortunately, yes, I am missing one of his hands. He's got a... Okay, so he should... Oh, no, I'm grabbing the wrong part. This butt flap here will get in the way. He does have an awkward waist swivel. It makes him look almost like he's broken at the waist. Ball jointed hips, nice swivel knee, and ball jointed ankle. So this guy, as you saw earlier, is quite posable. I don't know what the 2.8 means, but like, and there's very clean backpack going on here. This here becomes part of his tank artillery mode piece, so that mounts his gun in vehicle mode. Let's get into transformation. Let's go ahead and transform Deep Dive first. You're gonna fold in his feet. You're going to take his knee, his lower leg, and turn it around so that this curved part all matches up, and then close up the back of the foot. Turn that around, and then collapse that together. Okay, and just leave that there. Bring out the backpack and stretch that all the way out. Then turn. There's a waist swivel here, and there's empty open space up in here. I'd love to see somebody put some lights up in there. But you turn this entire waist section back. And as you do that, you want to turn these hips upwards like this, and then bring those things together. Oh, we need to come up here. These panels on the back of the shoulders need to come out. And then that closes up over the robot mode head. And we straighten the arms out so that these panels line up. You know, I want to open up this and open up that. Oh, okay, so the arms on those weird double hinges are going to hinge downwards, and these green parts are going to line up. And then we need to fold out these back parts here. Get the hands tucked underneath and out of the way, and those can clip together. And then take the legs, and these squared out pieces here are going to wrap around these tabs here like that, and then close things together. And then we have him in his vehicle mode, and let's mount his missile launchers. We can load up his missiles, and I can give him his close range weapons and just mount them up here like lances, even though they don't even reach over the edge of the bow. And we'll put him over there for right now, and we'll go ahead and talk about Breacher. Let's go ahead and start transforming him. He is awkward and weird to transform, so open up these back panels here, and then bring the feet in like this, and kind of just let the legs hang out there for a moment. Bring up that panel there, and now we need to like extend him up on this wriggle bar. And while we're doing that, collapse. Oh, we need to turn this panel around here, and then we collapse the legs up underneath. Oh, no. Turn at this waist piece down here. Collapse the legs backwards. Then back here, we can line up those panels and close things around and close up the leg panels. Now we've got him in this weird Zentar mode, looking like something out of a Japan anime shooter game. That's actually a fun little fan mode there. You can bring him down and he actually, there we go. That's better. But continuing on, take this panel here, these things here, and they're supposed to, this panel folds out, yes. These are supposed, there we go, okay. So this metal piece swivels upwards to line up the chest together. Then you can take the cockpit piece and swivel that up over. And see, this is the part that confuses me. These panels swivel around. You gotta swivel these panels around. Then the arms need to be straightened out. Bring the arms down here. These ball joints come up here, and the hands tuck in underneath here. Okay, there we go. That's how it is. Okay. But you see the way these panels line up? The wheel has to go underneath here. Then the ball joint arm, elbow, turns around here. And the hand would tuck up behind there. And as you tuck the arm up in there, the arm panel lines up. And then you peg that all in place. Clip it all in place. Swivel that back around. And there we have him in his vehicle mode. And that is how they interact. Okay, so we've got Deep Dive and Breacher in their vehicle mode, and as you can see, Breacher loads up into the back very nicely, and then the ramp can drop back down. You can unload back out very nicely. But for the rest of the video, let's take a quick look at him real quick. Like, his vehicle mode is very, very accurate to that South African armored personnel carrier. You got the front cockpit going on there. They did them in like police blue, so like maybe he got imported to America somehow. Instead of having a single barrel, he's got this cool sci-fi double barrel gun, and like tanks would not have a double barrel gun like this. They would just do a single barrel. As you can see though, Deepdive has a very nice back hatch landing platform thing with some molded in detail and hatches and stuff. His missiles load in very nicely on the side there, and we're going to go ahead and fire those off for now. He's got the nice 3mm clips on either side so you can mount the swords. He's got the big old pontoons around the side. I like the command pod they have for the vehicle mode. It is very nice, and his engines back here swivel around, and you can see he rolls very nicely. And like we can look underneath, there's no robot stuff. There's the hands. Okay, but like there's no robot stuff. That's really cool. Film Noir Spider-Man and soda can. We got Scourge in vehicle mode, and we've got hubcap. I got barricade here, and we'll bring in the dead Autobot, and we need to bring in Titan Return Sea Spray and Cyberplanet Key short round. I've got my armada of repulsor crafts, hover tank craft vehicle things. These are both very good molds. Whether or not you get Sea Spray, they had an Octopunch one with some octopus stuff on them. He came out in several different colors. Go out, get either one. They're great molds, fun transformations. His transformation's a little bit annoying because of getting everything to line up properly, but like even his underside is pretty clean. I've been Colwen talking about Transformers, Reveal the Shield, Deep Dive, and I want to say Revenge of the Fallen Breacher. Go grab one. Thank you very much for watching.